Chita dahati nirjeevam, chinta dahati jeevitam, which means that a pyre burns the dead, but worries burn the living. We are constantly worried about how we look, what others think about us, what can I do to get a like? Oh, why does she have 100 likes and why do I have only 50 likes? Am I not beautiful enough? Oh, if he is doing that, I should be doing that too, because if I don't, I will be called uncool. But how many of this actually matters? You might have 1,000 friends on Facebook, but how many of them are real? But wait, how is any of this related to fitness? I know, you might work out every day, exercise regularly, and you might have the perfect body. But what I'm asking you today is that, do you have a mentally fit mind? 36% of India's population, according to World Health Organization, is suffering from depression, anxiety, and mental distress. And the most vulnerable ones are teens between the age of 14 to 19 years and corporate workers who are constantly under the pressure to perform well. It's not just them, there are so many others. But most of them go unnoticed or undiagnosed because of the stigma around it. Because you will be labeled crazy, mental, retired, or even just a person who's trying to seek attention if you say you are depressed. I think it's high time we start understanding that speaking to a psychiatrist or a psychologist or talking to a counselor or talking to anybody about your depression is not something you need to be ashamed of. And if there are people telling you otherwise, don't worry, they need more help than you do. As a medical student, I understand that depression is a clinical condition. It can be due to genetic factors or a chemical imbalance in your brain. But I think it's also time we start asking ourselves that as a society, are we inflicting it upon ourselves? Have we become so absorbed in the virtual world of social media that we have actually stopped caring for people around us? Are we somewhere losing that moral fabric of emotional support that we once used to get from our family and friends and face-to-face interactions? Because your mind is a genius. It can make you or break you. From bullying to negative comments on social media, from pressure for not being able to perform well and a small setback in life, anything today can act as a trigger for depression. In this highly intimidating world, we are constantly trying to put a mask on our personalities and trying to be somebody that we are not. And it's really very alarming that even a small negative comment or even the fact that you were not able to score well in an exam can put you through so much of mental turmoil.
Three things which always make me feel low are lack of consistency, not being satisfied of what I'm into, and most importantly, the competition around me. Like, you're not satisfied about anything you do. I really felt like I'm not at all fit into this medical life at a certain point of time. That really happens to everyone. And on top of that, when a question is raised in a class, when majority of the class knows it and I don't know, I used to really feel low.
I know, depression is something deeper than this. That feeling of nothingness and emptiness, and that feeling when you start fearing the idea of having to live every day. You might start feeling that nobody cares about you. But trust me, there are people who care about you. Your family cares about you. Your parents care about you. They care about you more than you think they do. All you need to do is talk to them. Don't isolate yourselves. Please just tell somebody how you feel, because you deserve to live just like everybody else. And you need to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, Why should anybody else? I think mental health today is one of the most neglected topics in India. But as they say, you have to be the change you want to see in the world. So, for some time every day, let's just put down our phones and care for the people around us. Let's talk to them, ask them how they feel, and you tell them how you feel, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. And if somebody tells you that they are depressed, please don't mock them or tell them that it's just going to be a phase and it will pass. No, please listen to what they have to say. Sometimes all they need is maybe somebody whom they can talk to. If you feel that it's beyond your capacity to help, please take them to a counselor. I repeat again, seeking help for mental health is not something you need to be ashamed of. Don't be ashamed of your depression. So, let us all join hands and remove this stereotype around mental health and make India a physically as well as a mentally fit country and the world a better place to live in.